amazing scenes.
We're joined by the expert dancers from the Harambee Dance Company. I'm joined by Frank and his lovely wife, Sandella. Now, what you're going to love about this group is they can actually move. They just
Well, you know, I actually first got introduced to African dance when I was working in Ghana in the Peace Corps, and I was there for a couple of years. I didn't do any drumming or dancing there, but that was when this whole art form actually touched me.
I'm the artistic director of the company, but you know, my job is to pull it all together, but it's really the dancers, the musicians who bring their experience, their energy, and I just try to capture that and put it on stage and create a moving performance for our audience.
Where do your dance moves come from?
Our dancers are actually well versed in all forms of dance, but the base of our dance is traditional African dance. And then what I do is I add in contemporary movements to help tell a story that speaks of the African experience as well as an American experience.
What does it take for someone to start dancing?
Well, dance is just like any other form of art. You start here, you practice, you practice, you practice, and you know, it all comes together eventually. But you know, there's an African saying that if you can walk, you can dance, and everything starts with small steps.
When you guys are dancing, there's a lot of head shaking, there's a lot of it feels almost like a rock and roll aspect to it. There's a lot of head banging. I think I'm not really.
That's the aspect of it that we put in it. That's what we feel when we hear the music. It just allows us to express ourselves. That's why the dance is just so wonderful. You can, and I think that's part of our experiences of who we are. We, you know, full of energy and life, and we just express that through the dance. Is a physical, emotional relief, and it also socially, it brings everybody together. There are a lot of African principles that are involved in us coming together and performing and dancing.
I should take from the Harambee Dance Company?
Well, did you enjoy the show?
I loved the show. I loved the show.
And you captured what it is we want to give to everybody, to uplift people, to energize them, to entertain them, to move them. Hopefully someone will be inspired by what we do.
Frank, do you have any closing words for us?
You know, this is what we do. We love to share this work with folks. We like to tickle you and tingle you, you know, when we perform. And like Sandela said, you know, this is really our story. You know, we have Africans that live in Africa, Africans that live in Toronto, Africans that live in Detroit. So we have to play the music and do the dance to make you feel what it is we're living.
Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for energizing Toronto.
Amazing Scene.